Hey folks, it's the Red, getting back to Let's Play Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. So, now that interesting scenario inside this temple is sorted out, we can finally move on with Tan Line Island. So, let's get going. Also, is it just me or does this look like a pot of plants? Like the leaves at the bottom form a pot. I just thought that was kind of cool. Still picking away at it, I see. What's this? A golden pickaxe from the princess? Can I have it, pretty please? Oh, sure, why not? Such incredible craftsmanship. It has efficiency 20. We'll have this cleared away lickety-split. And so we give them the golden pickaxe. Sounds like these guys really dig their job. Wow, with those ruins out of the way, I can see all the way to the horizon. Well, I think you could do that already if you just look at the background. And look at these chubby green birds. Ah! Those aren't birds! Monsters! Run! Well, monster's a funny way to pronounce squid. Then again, how are they flying? Anyway, with the ruins out of the way, we can finally move forward, and the squids are going to start moving up and down now that the cutscene's over. We have plenty of scorpion girls along the way, and typically when you get them into a corner, they won't walk into you like that. I don't know why she did, but yeah. And we also have purple blocks here that we can't really do anything with until we get a certain weapon. Hey, I saw you there, rat. What are you hiding in here? The answer is absolutely nothing. This nook goes nowhere. There's no secrets, there's nothing over here. It's just a pointless hole. Oh, well, whatever. We have another scorpion girl over here. Just keep whipping it into the corner and it should not walk into you. The scorpion girls are actually very easy to deal with once you know how they work. And here we have some quicksand that stinks of death. You can stand in it for a second without sinking into it, but what you really want to watch out for is knockback damage, because when Shantae gets knocked back by an enemy and then lands on the ground, she takes about a second to get back onto her feet. During that time, you can't jump, so... And that would leave just enough time for Shantae to wind up sinking into the sand, and then you're sent back to the beginning of the room. So you're going to want to watch out for that. This can be avoided, however, if you have the recovery upgrade from the shop. Then you can press the jump button again to come out of your knockback and land on your feet. Check it out! A tall batch of quicksand that doesn't stink of death. I'm sure it's perfectly safe down here. Damn. And down here we'll find a cacklebat. Same strategy as always, keep whipping it, and down it goes. And be ready to take its magic when it finishes dying. Alright, let's get on out of here. Jump through the rock, why not? So we're going to continue making our way over here. We have another purple block here. We'll deal with that on the way back. And another scorpion girl. Get it into the corner. Try not to walk into it. Whoa! You were not supposed to do that. The scorpion girls are being very uncooperative, but take it on my word that they are pretty easy to deal with when you know how to handle them. Now this can be a pretty troublesome room. You want to watch out for these little blue sparks that follow along the ground, as they can knock you back into the sand, and, well, that's going to result in a double hit. And nobody wants that. See how they're crawling along the pillars like that? Again, having the recovery upgrade does help with this section. Anyway, we've made it to the next labyrinth at last, and as per tradition, we're going to have to check it out in the next video. See you then! Nah, just kidding. We're gonna go in now. So here we go! These are the Lost Catacombs, and as you can see, we have plenty more purple blocks that need to be cleared out. You can bet that the tool we're gonna find is gonna do something about that. Be mindful of the drops that you make around here. It's usually a good idea to use your hat when you go down. Boy, this is a lot of trouble. Use a bubble shield if you like, but you only have to deal with these 4 for now. Oh. And we also have more of these rotating platforms that require you to either shoot at them with your pistol or hit them with your hair. Whoop. But you gotta be quick because those platforms will disappear after a while. Anyway, over here, we'll find ourselves a key. Now, we got a scorpion girl down there, so let's hover down so we don't accidentally land on it. Okay, there it is. Wait for it to walk over to the corner. And open fire. Yeah, I saw you try and walk into me again. And as we head in this direction, there are some launchers in the walls that lead us to a heart squid. Alright, let's head on back into the other room. Yeah, we'll be coming back here towards the end. We'll need to put this key to work down here. Once again, use your hat so that you don't accidentally land on spikes. Oh god! Of all the enemies to bring back, why did it have to be Slicer from Sonic 2? These things are always such a pain. I don't know if it's actually called Slicer, but it sure does resemble it, doesn't it? Anyway, use your keys in this room and you can activate the switches which will make the blocks raise. We're going to need to raise the one on the other side as well if we're going to make any progress here. Well, this room's a little busy. Yeah, just be careful as you move forward here. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and use one of my meat chunklets because my health is getting a bit low. Another scorpion girl up here. Get it into the corner, and just keep whipping it. Ideally, you don't want these flying squids getting in the way, so, yeah. And here's the center room that we activated the block in. We can hit this one with our pistol, but we need to raise this block before we can hit them both at once. So, back up we go. Just time your jumps carefully, use your hat to give yourself more time if you jump prematurely, and those really aren't too much of a problem either. Hey, safe guy! We're not going up these platforms just yet, instead go into the wall. Give me that. And you'll find yourself a chest with the labyrinth map. And as you can see from the map below, the place really isn't that big. We should be done here fairly quickly. I mean, why would you want to spend a whole bunch of time on a labyrinth after that temple that we just came out of? That was practically a labyrinth in and of itself. Well, that wasn't quite quick enough. Well, we're going to want this guy out of the way anyway. Like I said, either your hat or your gun can be used to flip these things. Whichever gets it done fastest. And here's the other key. So let's go ahead and get that other block raised, shall we? Drop down in this direction. And here's the other key door. Hit this switch to raise the other block, and now we'll head back to that center room. Well, this room got a lot quieter. Good. So we just go shoot, shoot, and down we go. But it looks like we're going to need yet another key to get back up. But we don't want to go back up just yet. The item we need is going to be just a few rooms away. Now be careful about these guys because they do randomly speed up as you just saw there. It's a good idea to get them cleared out as quickly as you can. Whoa! Slow down there, buddy. Anyway, the item we need is off to the right, so let's get going. Ooh, shiny. Now that looks like an item. And we've obtained Risky's Scimitar. While in the air, press the L button to break through blocks. And indeed, when you press the L button, you thrust downward with the sword and smash the ground below you. This can be used to attack enemies, but can also be used to clear out these purple blocks. You can bounce on them, Scrooge McDuck style. You can also hold the jump button to bounce a little bit higher. The other thing that's kind of weird about it is that when you bounce on a block, or an enemy for that matter, Shantae does shift a little bit to the left or the right while she's holding the sword, and you can't really reorient your momentum until you start coming down again. So that takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's not too bad. Yeah, there's the shifting I'm talking about. Anyway, we've got some quick appearing platforms here, so you need to get through this room pretty fast. See, they disappear rather quickly. And these ones can be activated simply by stabbing them with your sword. Tee-hee! I'm pogoing, it's fun! And over here is where the key is. Time to head back down. There's nothing over here, I just felt like doing that. So we'll just stick the key in here, hit the switch, and that activates the wind so that we can get back up. So now we'll head back in this direction, so that we can fill in that missing part of the map right below here. Whoops. Time your jumps a little carefully when you go up there. And now we're back at the room that we started in. But now with our Scimitar, we can come down and get this heart squid. Remember, there are 3 heart squids in every labyrinth, so if you haven't found 3, you haven't found them all. We'll just hit that, and then just vacuum them out. And now we can start making our way towards the exit. Now we can start clearing out these blocks. And yes, you can use it offensively, although the sword doesn't seem to do as much damage as your hair attack even before upgrading it. So, offensively, it's not really the best choice, I don't think. Try and use your hair or your gun if you can, but the sword is an option, I suppose. Also, watch out for the spikes along the walls here. Whoa! Yeah, let's go ahead and use a bubble shield. Ah! Get out of the way. The positioning of these spike enemies can be rather annoying. And there's the other heart squid that we were looking for. Careful that you don't accidentally walk into the spikes, though. Shantae doesn't have a walk button in this game, so you gotta be a little mindful of that. And as we head over here, it's an enemy rush! Good idea to have a bubble shield ready for these first enemies, since they tend to shoot at you pretty early. Try and get behind this guy so that he doesn't, well, do that. And 2 scorpion women, but again, just get them into the corner and they're no problem. Jump over the other one so that it walks into the corner, making her easy pickings. See, they're really not that bad when you know how to deal with them. This room can be rather pressing. So yeah, just wait for the ceiling to go up, clear out one of these blocks with your sword, and that will give you room to not get smashed to pieces. not a terribly difficult room. In fact, this would have been a good way to show the abilities of the scimitar early on. So I feel like this puzzle should have been put in earlier in the labyrinth, not at the end. But oh well. Last chance to save before the boss, because the boss is in the next room. Alright, let's see who we're dealing with this time. Squid Baron, you're here? What have you done with the boss?
You'd better believe I am.
Why? What about the vacation?
I'm hanging it up. Goodbye, dreams. See you never.
But you can't just give up on your dreams. What about the frolicking beach bunnies? And old sailors and unbuttoned third buttons? I thought all that meant something to you.
Answer me this. How much map have you traveled?
What do you mean? I've done all of it. Oh, well. Never mind.
How full are your pockets? About half, right? Halfway full?
More or less.
Filler boss. It's my destiny. I see that now. I won't try to escape it.
You're scaring me.
You and me both. But I won't hide from fate. I'm going to be the best filler boss of all time. Old hat. Recycled moves. All of it. Bring it on, sister. Let's boogie down.
And yes, we're fighting the Squid Baron, reoccurring boss slash concerned parent. Probably because you killed all your babies fighting me last time. Try and get... He starts off by swinging to the left and right, smashing into the wall. He'll bounce off the wall 3 times. Try and use this to determine where you need to position yourself so that you can get a lot of hits in. He also smashes along the ground and causes a shockwave. You're going to want to watch out for that. All of these attacks do pretty substantial damage, and every now and then he'll recover some health by eating the sushi like he used to. Overall, he is pretty pattern-based in how he attacks, so he's not too terribly difficult to deal with. To help out with the whole him recovering health, it's a good idea to use monster milk for this fight as well. Oops, should have jumped there. Whoa! Yeah, also watch out for getting smashed as well. Oh, yeah, case in point, he can hit you pretty hard. Ah! Well, this is just getting a little clumsy now. But there we go. He was simple enough to beat. Or was he? Squid Baron 2.0! Now he gets himself a metal suit, which you can't actually do any damage to. As usual, he bounces off the wall, and yeah, you can't hurt it. And now he'll start smashing the ground 3 times, causing 3 shockwaves, and he moves much faster, so you're gonna have to watch out for all of that. Hit him with the sword in order to break his suit, and this is gonna be your opportunity to attack. And let's go ahead and use that monster milk so that we can start dealing more damage. Oh! I'm gonna need some health as well. Whoa! Okay, let's go ahead and... gotta watch out for these shockwaves before I try and use any food here. Potion time! Okay. Hit him with the sword so that he doesn't have his invulnerability anymore, and whoa! Yeah, this could be a little... This fight can be a little fast-paced and a little frantic. Ah! Whoa! The other thing you need to watch out for is that the last shockwave that he shoots is a little bigger, as you can see, so... More jumping will be needed. But, whew, there we go. Monster Milk definitely makes this fight easier. And the labyrinth is cleared. Sorry, but you forced me to fight.
But...
What, did I break something?
You... were... amazing! That beatdown! It was just what I needed to reawaken my fighting spirit! I'm a great filler boss today, and it can be an even better one tomorrow! Imagine, I could paint myself blue and play the part of Ice variant! I could shadow clone myself and swap between bodies! I could reappear at the end of an adventure in a boss rush! Maybe show up as a common thug later, you know, to make you feel really, really powerful! I'm bursting with potential! This is only Chapter 1 in Book 1 of the encyclopedia that is my life!
Hitting you helped? I think you did break something, actually.
Purple-haired warrior maiden, you are my one true inspiration. I must go. Take this.
And he gives us the Mudbog Island map.
Oh, yeah.
You are my best, beautiful tomboy woman. Fare thee well. See ya.
So, yeah, that all happened. Sky is probably back in Sequin Land by now. And I don't see Roddy Tops anywhere. I guess I'll head back to the dock. But before we do that, we have a couple of matters to deal with first. So, we'll jump cut to them and I'll see you in a minute. Right, so here's where our first matter of business is. The second purple block we encountered on the way here. Hit it with your skimmer and clear out the rats below. And we'll find another cacklebat. Still not really a problem to fight, especially after hair upgrades. And we get dark magic. And now we'll move on to the palace. See you in a minute. Okay, we're back at the palace, and now it's time to claim the cacklebat and heart squid that are within. We couldn't take them before because we were still in princess form, but now we can. We saw the cacklebat before. It was inside the cage in the center room. But we didn't have our lamp, so we couldn't take the dark magic after killing it. Get in my lamp! And now let's jump over to where that heart squid is. Oh, by the way, something amusing about these guys, you can bounce on them with your sword. So I find that a little amusing. Almost as amusing as... That's funny. We'll be moving on to the heart squid in just a moment, but there's another matter that I want to contend to first. Namely, filling my pocketbook. So yeah, as you know, this is where there are 8 of the gem jars, and this is where you can get the most money out of this place. Roughly 80 gems per pass. So when you come out of this room, break these purple blocks, go into the door, and come out, and all those pots are gonna come back. So I'll see you in a minute once I've gotten to my desired amount of money. Yep, that should about do it. So let's get going. And yes, that is the most amount of money you can carry. Too bad there aren't bigger wallets. And yeah, case in point, you can't take any more. So let's go get that heart squid now. Watch where you're jumping there, lady. Hang to the left side here. That's the door that has the heart squid. The other door just has a jar. That jar over there. And yeah, that's just more gems. Anyway, there's our other heart squid, and now we can clear on out of here. So, I'll see you back at Risky's ship. Alright, let's head on out of here. I'm back! If you're through wasting time, maybe we can finally get back to work. What happened to Sky and Roddy Tops? Let's just say I showed them the door. What? Would you relax? They're fine.
Now, did you find the den of evil?
Yep.
And you destroyed the evil residing there?
More or less.
I see you found my blade as well. Wish I'd had that earlier. I'd have spilled the innards of a certain incompetent chieftain.
You make a lousy pirate.
Let's have a look at that map.
And so we give her the Mudbog map. And that opens the way to the next island. Mudbog Island. And of course that will be shown in the next video, but for now we're heading back to Scuttletown to sort out some of our other errands. I suppose we'll start with the shopping. Off to the Squidsmith. Yeah, here's my stuff. Be a terrible person. You're making me feel guilty about wanting more health. Don't know how I feel about this. And now let's put our 999 gems to work. Of course, with the upgrades becoming more expensive, there's not even really a whole lot we'll be able to do with it. But we will go ahead and buy the last of the shampoo, and that will max out our damage output for the hair. It can now do 8. The silky cream will increase our speed to its maximum. So now we can whip stuff faster than ever. And we'll also get the final pistol tune-up. And now it's also maxed out in its upgrades. It can now do 5 damage per shot, which is the same as your hair at its base damage. So with 199 gems left, I guess we'll go ahead and buy 3 auto potions. That way I don't accidentally die before I can get a food item used. So that's it for that. I suppose we'll also talk to Uncle Bad Advice as long as we're here. Maybe he's got something interesting to share with us. Oh, hey, Bolo. Well, I'm back at my dead-end job working for your uncle.
Hello.
It's true. Nobody needs me. There's never enough hero work, no offense. Hey, you should be hanging around me more often. I've pretty much blown every chance that's come down the pike. Not only that, but Sky says I missed out on some kind of adventure. Sounds like even Risky Boots was in on that. Oh, Bolo, you've got it all wrong. It was mostly like a girl adventure. It was really hot there, and we all got trapped, and had to wear these little metal bathing suits. Just leave me alone. Someone's coming down some hard times. Poor Bolo. What about you, Mimic? Maybe I should try building a steam engine again. Oh, we are not creating another Game Boy Color incident. Surely. Looks like Sky's parents are here as well. Sky's not too happy about what happened to Joe, so I threw that old mummy in the dumpster. Please don't tell my husband. You know he's right behind you, right? Oh, you're not the one I wanted to talk to. If you find any old artifacts, bring them to your uncle's workshop. Right, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, let's go talk to, Mayor Scuttlebutt. Let's see if there's anything he's willing to give us. Remember when the town was first built? Scuttletown used to sit on that smaller cove, the one where you live. But as it got larger, we had to tear down and begin anew. Now your lighthouse is all that's left. I used to eat 3 lobster tails at every meal. How I miss those days. Well, that was a sudden change of topic. How'd you go from the Scuttletown's beginnings to eating 3 lobster tails? Does this guy only think about food? Anyway, I'll give him my lobster tails, even though they're my best food recovery item. I'm sure I can get by without them. Anyway, that will about do it for this video, so we're going to go ahead and call it here, and in the next part, we'll be checking out Mudbog Island. We'll see you then.